The battle of the big box home improvement retailers for 2025 has begun. Lowe's seems to have inched out Home Depot, at least in my area. I'm happy to see they've got a nice display up. It does seem a little bit smaller than last year, but there is still plenty to see, starting with this show-stopping animatronic, a 12-foot Immortal Nightwalker for $450. I love that they're doing something different with him. He is very impressive, but is he worth $450 just because he's tall? I'm not so sure. I'm thinking pricing is going to be a bit high overall this year. The spider, which I love decorating with spiders, don't get me wrong, but $250 just for a light-up spider does seem a little bit high. Let's see if the wolf is better. I do like the movement of him. Again, $329. I kind of wish his arms moved a bit more. Got a little clown here, a bit more affordable at $150.
Would you like to see the greatest show of all? Feast your eyes on this. What? You scared? I'm just trying to have a little fun.
What's the matter? Scared of a little straw and mischief?
I do like that they gave him some movement, but for $350, I wouldn't have minded a little bit more. If the mouth had moved, that would have been great, or at least had a flame effect inside it, or if the crow on his arm flapped its wings or something, that would have been pretty awesome. We've got a gravedigger here for $270. I like how they have the light-up eyes and the lanterns that stay lit.
Do you hear the distant cries of the forgotten? They're calling for ya.
One of my biggest pet peeves with animatronics is when they go dark after doing their cycle. Every year I complain, why don't they just let the lights stay on? I'm glad that they are. That's amazing.
Stretching and molding this balloon into a vicious, hungry, man-eating dog is the least of my talents.
Training it to go after who I want it to. That's my real talent.
That might be my favorite animatronic in the store. I love how it lunges. I love the surprise of the balloon animal's teeth. And it's only $300, which seems cheap now.
Do not worry, friend. With my trusty staff in hand, I am ready to face the horrors that plague us.
$250 for a new take on the Plague Doctor. This guy is definitely bizarre. Now the tag on him had him as a $300 grave robber, but I'm not sure if that's correct. Maybe that was meant for the other animatronic. I'm really not sure what he's supposed to be. He kind of has a pilgrim look. Is he a time traveler? Why does he have the clock? But he also has those weird glasses to make him look sort of steampunk-ish. I don't know. But here is a cute little ghosty, and it dances. So it looks like we've got a couple of dancing props. They're surrounding this $300 DJ. If you remember last year, they had the band, and they played along with the music that you can add to your scene. I don't love these myself, but I think I like the innovation.
Enjoy your own music, played by the spookiest DJ in the graveyard. Just pair your phone or device to DJ Webs, and he will spin your favorite musical webs till the break of dawn. Don't let the ghouls and ghosts in the graveyard miss out on the soulful sounds rising out of your haunted house.
DJ Webs, was it? That's an interesting name. I got a little dancing skeleton. His face definitely reminds me more of like the Target props that we see. I really like how his ribs light up in time with the music, I assume. And he's only $100. This guy, though, is my favorite, and I was about to buy him. But then I thought, why don't I just buy him online and get my commission? But he's not online yet, as are many of these props. More on that later.
Know this moral, that the fumes emanating from this bubbling brew possess the power to enchant or ensnare, depending on the intentions of the one who stirs the cauldron.
She's got a lot of movement going on. $280, not too bad. There was also a giant skeleton back there, which I completely forgot to film, but I don't think there was much going on with him.
I was working in the lab late one night with my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. It was a great smash. And guess what? It got caught in a flash. He did the monster mash. Woo!
Who doesn't love the Monster Mash? And here you have Mickey singing it. That's perfect for a kid's party. A lot of Haunted Mansion merchandise. Here, the Hitchhiking Ghost. That was Victor and Emily from The Corpse Bride, and of course, little Sparky, he is adorable. And we've got, I love this skeleton, how corpsed he looks, a bit pricey at $100. What does this pumpkin-headed skeleton do?
I have the perfect resting place picked out just for you.
I do like that they have merchandise up on the shelves. It makes it easier to see from the back, but on the other hand, it is so hard to film because they're so far away and you can't really see the details. So I apologize on those last couple of animatronics. That pop-up scare with the pumpkin-headed skeleton, I could totally see getting that for my pumpkin army. But maybe not this year. As a matter of fact, I'm not putting my pumpkin army out probably at all this year, which might be the first time since I created them so many years ago. But I have so many new things to put on my display this year. There's so much to do, so little space. We do have one more shelf of animatronics here, a couple of scary looking dolls, it appears to be. This one though, it doesn't seem to work. I pressed the button, turned its head a little bit. I imagine it probably says something creepy. We're going to have to check out the website to know for sure. If you are looking to buy any of the props on the website, be sure to use the link in my description, and I'm putting all of these animatronics eventually on my storefront, and if you purchase any, it'll help support the channel, giving us a small commission, but it doesn't look like they have their 2025 animatronics up just quite yet.
We're just dying to get a hug.
It's a little hard to tell in the video, but they have really wide eyes on those dolls, giving them an extra creepy appearance. I do have to admit though, they kind of need it because honestly, I don't find the dolls scary really. I might have to pick that prop up. It's got some of my favorite things. I of course decorate with my ravens all the time and books. And in fact, I'm going to be picking up, as I said earlier, that one guy in the animatronics section that had the hollow center. I believe he was called the Illusionist. And I'm going to be putting him in my back stairway display, along with crows that look like they have maybe eaten the center of his putty out. You can't go wrong with these small animated decor pieces. That little guy had a lot going on. It's time for the inflatables. I love inflatables in my display. I know they're very controversial. Some people can't stand them. Honestly though, I'm not seeing a huge amount of inflatables that I like this year. That minion is kind of cool. Got an interesting dragon, the spider with the skull on it there, that's not too bad. I'm actually doing dragons in my display for the first time this year, and I'm going to buy a couple of dragon inflatables, but not that one, it's just not scary enough. In fact, I don't think any of these are this year, which is a little disappointing. And honestly, for the price you're going to pay for the inflatables, I mean, these price points aren't bad, 35 bucks or so, but for the larger inflatables, when they get into $200, honestly, just buy them on Amazon. I mean, like $269 for that minion, it might be acceptable. I mean, it was huge. $179 for the dragon. I know I've been looking at very similar dragons on Amazon for, half of that price, maybe even a third. So to me, it's not worth it to buy the name brands on these, especially if you're going to be changing them up. If I get a year, 2 years, a couple years out of my inflatables, I'm happy with it. Especially considering I'm probably not going to use it again. I have so many inflatables that I'll use for my specific theme one year, and then they just go in my storage closet. Maybe I'll bring it out in the future, but probably not. I can't imagine I'm going to be doing dragons again anytime soon. So all those inflatables I buy are just going to sit in storage until I admit to myself that I have a problem and I have no more room to store any more materials, and then I will start donating to Goodwill. I've actually gotten rid of so much Halloween decor this year, which if you watch my videos, I hate to do because I always think I'm going to use these props eventually, so I'll hold on to them forever and ever just in case. But I imagine we all do that, right? A lot of licensed merchandise this year, more Haunted Mansion. We of course have seen those books before. It's an interesting take again to throw the Haunted Mansion label on it, give it a nice little update. Did you see there a moment ago where it had a couple of green shoe prints that if you ride the Haunted Mansion, that's from the Endless Staircase scene? That was the one prop I'd heard about and I was so excited for. That's one thing I wanted because I thought it was a projection effect where it would look like the feet might be moving across the floor. I think that would be such a neat effect. I don't know why someone hasn't done it. Maybe they have and I'm not aware, but now that I'm thinking about it, they don't really have any sort of high-tech effects here, especially with how big Halloween business is getting and all of us who make our crazy over-the-top haunts. They must know that we're interested in more interesting effects like that. And since we're talking about haunts, it's time for my shameless plug, of course. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and you might want to check out all my old videos. I do my Halloween haunts inside and out for basically my neighborhood Halloween party every year, and I try and change it up every year. Try not to do the same things 2 years in a row, so I'm always on the lookout for new and exciting props to make a different sort of display. This year we've got a couple of different themes going on. We've got dragons, Ghostbusters, an underworld speakeasy, vampires, clowns. Of course, now I'm doing my Raven skeleton guy that we just talked about. I also bought from the Home Depot that 7-foot Megalodon shark, and I'm just starting to build my little Amityville town display. So I can't wait to see what else Home Depot comes out with. But again, if you want to buy anything from Lowe's, check out the store link in the description of this video. I'd really appreciate it. Before we go, I did want to say a special thank you to the patrons who help support the channel. If you're interested in joining my Fright Club, be sure to check out a link to my Patreon page in the description below. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Till next time, take care and happy haunting.